everyone. The Apple Pencil Pro is one of those Apple Pencils that Apple made just last year. And the thing I will definitely tell you about the Apple Pencil Pro is that these types of Apple Pencils are still very, very good for the most part. These things just came out, so they're not really that old, as you can probably imagine. And they have a lot of capability. These are the best types of Apple Pencils you can basically pick up. So if this one isn't cutting it for you, then there's not really too many other options or too many other choices that you really have when it kind of comes down to it. So in my personal opinion, definitely something like an Apple Pencil Pro is still completely worth buying. Number one, when you take a look at this Apple Pencil on the exterior, the design and the layout of these Apple Pencils are still very, very good. You're still getting a very good type of design on the exterior. These things, pretty much for the most part, do look fairly good. So with this type of Apple Pencil, you are getting this type of, flat side on one side and the curve on the other side. So this was always something that was pretty nice for the most part. Not really too much to really complain about here because it does look fairly good. You're getting the Apple Pencil tip, which is really nice. And then that flat side allows you to basically plug it into the side of your Apple Pencil and just charge it up. So that's always something really nice to basically have here. The Apple Pencil also has that squeeze gesture. So you can go through and you can kind of squeeze it on the side and it can sense it when you're going through and squeezing it. And it can go through and pull up the palette inside of the Apple Pencil, which is something that's actually really cool. That's something that the other Apple Pencils, some of the other ones don't have. And this is something that's really cool that we basically have the capability of having inside of this device. Now there's also that new barrel roll feature. So what this allows you to do is it's a new kind of gyroscope that allows you to rotate your Apple Pencil Pro if you want to go and kind of get a little bit of a shape inside of that brush tool. So that is something that's actually really cool. It's very fascinating to kind of see that kind of stuff going on because it is a really nice thing to basically have there. And if you're getting this type of device, it is definitely going to be one of the cool things that you're going to be able to see inside of this type of phone when it comes to, or this type of device when it comes down to it as well. Now there's also a vibration motor inside of the Apple Pencil Pro. So this allows you to basically go through and, it essentially allows you to kind of feel a little bit more of that haptic engine when you squeeze it, when you double tap it. It's a small little pulse that basically sticks out and it kind of like hits it. And that is something that's actually really nice to basically have. And I, for one, like I mentioned before, this is like a really nice thing to have. And I definitely do think if you are about to go through and pick up a device, this is something that's really cool when it comes down to it as well. And another really cool thing that I love is Find My. Our Apple Pencils now have Find My inside of it. So this is something that's actually really cool because we can now go through and we can just have our Find My, application for our Apple Pencil. So now if we ever lose our Apple Pencil or anything like that, we can basically just go through and, use the actual dedicated Find My application to find it that way. And I, for one, like I mentioned before, I'm a massive fan of that. And I definitely do think that in and of itself would really make a lot of sense to go and kind of pick it up because it gives you that type of capability right then and there, which is actually really, really cool. So I think the Apple Pencil Pro is a no-brainer. I think it's a really good Apple Pencil. It brings a lot to the table, and it would be one of those types of Apple Pencils that I would recommend people to buy. It's the best of the best. And like I said, if this one doesn't cut it, then it's not really going to cut. No other Apple Pencil is really going to do it for you. So that's kind of the best way to kind of think about it here for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.